Hello guys and welcome back to StarDrive with the BlackBox and Combined Arms mods, where we're playing as the Vulfar and we are currently at war with the Kulrathi. So we're starting to attack the Riga system, but I am a little bit concerned about Kulrathi forces massing in our borders. So we're going to be attacked somewhere. The question is where. And we'll wait for that attack to materialise. And those are just freighters by the look of it. So yeah, that's what's going on in the Riga system. So yeah, our fleet's just moving in with our cruisers launching their salvo torpedoes. Yeah, that one's going to survive. What's this? This is a carrier. Oh, I see, yeah, he's already launched his corvettes. So on Riga itself, Riga 5 that is, what have we got? No defensive batteries, I don't think. So let's send plenty of troops. Because they can then, if they take the planet, can be used to go and move on to the next ones. So let's now move these fleets. Was it the first fleet, the elusive first fleet, and third as well, along with the 9th and yeah, 4th fleet. You stay back here. And I've had a message that we can turn off the volcano alerts, so I think I'll do that. Anything else I want to do? No. Just because I think we've got to the size of Empire now, where you know, if you've got a planet within it, which I do have, I've got several planets that have multiple volcanoes. Yeah, you know, you just get a lot of messages when you know, you're trying to focus on the war. So you know, it's cool. It's a cool feature, but I think you probably want to pay attention to it more when you've got a little empire and turning one world, you know, habitable or making it less habitable via the eruptions kind of matters more. So yeah, probably something. What are we doing here? 4th fleet. Yeah, you've moved out again more swiftly, haven't you? Come back. And 9th, get out of there as well. There comes our grunts. So that offensive is continuing. I'm told we're going to be attacked at Minorfa, but there was a Kulrathi fleet gathering over here. How important are the Minorfa worlds? 4.2 Baron average. Okay, so let's not stress unduly about that. Let's remain focused on what I want to do. Third fleet's moving into position, and the first fleet with its outsized complement of cruisers now. And are they all Mark IIs? They are, good. And there's the first salvo torpedoes, which will probably be shot down. Oh, no, they get through, and that's quite a good salvo. When you think that was just one cruiser. Now we do have the PD defense with cruisers, so we've improved that. So yeah, just looking at it, just going to the shipyards, I put on those cruisers these flak AA cannons, and I did that because they're like a 2x2, whereas these advanced flak cannons are the ones we've just researched, and they've got 360-degree fire. So that's going to be something I will want to try out. They just take up a lot of room. So yeah, they need to be an effective flak defense because they're quite an investment. Yes, there are defense batteries on this planet, and there's no shield though. Oh, right, so we've got battle raiders now. Great. I think we need to be investing in greater power generation. So we've got armored cold fusion. Yeah, I want more power. So the question is, do we go quantum fusion or antimatter? Oh, that will give us quite a number of different. So these are very stable. Let's go quantum fusion. Because I think antimatter is more power, is it? But less stable. Yeah, we'll go quantum fusion. It's quite the investment at 9,000, but we are up to 63 now. So yeah, it's not beyond us. 9th fleet, you can move up here, and yeah, 1st fleet, 3rd fleet. Well, they're kind of moving towards Riga 4. Minorfo's still getting a warning there. What are you? Oh, he's crashing to the planet. Oh, lovely. Okay, we lost a building. Perhaps it's perhaps you don't get the alerts when it actually damages a building, which would be quite a good distinction, I suppose. Because if it destroyed like a planetary shield generator, then yeah, you might want to pay attention to that. Right, so Rapid forces in the remnant system. Is this the major attack? There's a number of ships. This is labelled as a defensive fleet, which I've just seen because of my little hauler with their sensor array on, so it's well worth doing that. They are very handy for gaining intelligence. So what have we got here? We've got the 5th fleet and the 2nd, wasn't it? So I think let's bring them over to Remnant in case the attack then materializes at Minorfo as well. So that is the 2nd fleet, 5th fleet as well. Let's move Remnant. Okay, just a normal shield, and yeah, a lot of the. I suppose you can build one of those. Oh, you can. Oh, let's rush a planetary shield. I know I could. I should have just clicked. Anyway, it's fine. It's all fine. It'll take a while for that shield to reach full power. So yeah, again, buildings destroyed. So what are we looking at defences here? Well, there are defensive batteries. So we're waiting for our 4th fleet to bombard Riga 1. We don't need to bombard it too much, just to take out this battery, I think. Oh gosh, there we go. Already. Take out the defensive battery from it. Weakening the troops is, you know, handy but not essential. Okay, 4th Fleet, stop. Stop and move towards Riga 4. And let's send 10 troops to invade Riga 1. How is the conquest? Oh, it's okay. Let's just send some more. Korathi in the Anil system. This is kind of where we thought it might come as well. What's that Anil's? It's a desert average. Let's not divert our forces right now. Is this the 7th Fleet? Yeah, well, they're only these little frigates. Ooh, and this is the missile salvo I feared. This might be something a bit more. What's happened at Remnant? This doesn't seem like a very determined attack. So let's bring the 2nd and 5th fleets then to Anil's. Sorry guys, I'm kind of shifting you around a lot. 4 fleets still moving to Riga 4 to bombard it. We've got grunts moving in. We've captured Riga 5. Right, so let's turn this into a little industrial world, I think. Yeah, we better have a garrison. Not too many. So there may be, yeah, okay, well, there may be more ships on the way to Remnant, but I think we need to go and try and engage these ships at Anil, because yeah, that's the 7th Fleet gone. I didn't think they'd stand there for long. So then, 7th Fleet, we'll delete you, actually. And let's just have a quick look at the other fleets. Ooh, just build you. 4th Fleet. Yeah, 5th. Fine. So then, let's now go to the shipyard and design ourselves a new cruiser based on the Type 11 layout. So first of all then, let's have a think about engines. So yeah, interesting, different layouts, to the point where we can actually have engines. There's a bit of armor, see, we can put there. That's potentially very handy. So capital. I would just think just capital engines actually, and then we'll stick some warp drives in there and combat thrusters, micro warp cores. Okay, can't. Stick some small warp engines. Anyway, we'll come back and revisit the engines. Is there any other engine slots? Sometimes they have some on the wings, but no. Okay. So I think we're stuck with Class 3 battle shields for now. So let's Yeah, that's probably sensible. Let's stick the arcs on, and then one in the middle there, and one. Yeah, maybe like that. So that's our shields. Now then, hangers. So a raider bay then. What can you have? So you could have Jack Russell Mark 6s, so it could spawn some corvettes then that would be able to that would be beam weapon corvettes. Yeah, we've got to try that out. So what if we put you guys like that, and then we could have excuse me, we could have some fighters. Like that. And we'll go. Should we go dynamic launch? Let's try out dynamic launch. And then maybe some bomber bays. I'm gonna tell them to actually be the boxers though. Yeah. So we'll go dynamic launch with the fighters, boxers, and yeah. Then so we've got quite the complement of sort of smaller craft. It's unfortunately taking up where a lot of the reactors and things would go. Yeah, maybe that would be better. I do want you to be specifically those guys though. So let's put some reactors now. So the overload reactors give most power, but they do make the ship vulnerable. But I think we've just got to go with that on this design. So one like that, one like that. We do need to make sure that these are powered. So let's go with power armor. Stick them like that. These like that. Just want to make sure that these modules are powered up so that we can gauge where we stand power-wise right now. And yeah, we've got a big deficit. Okay, that's resolved that deficit. I know I need to power these little ones. So, thinking about the weapons then, I think in terms of weapons, yeah, we're going to struggle to fit on one of these AA guns, aren't we? Because they're just so big. So I think we're going to have to go, unfortunately, with the little flak ones. But first of all, let's have a look at adding weapons to the front of the ship. So we've got these heavy phaser beam turrets. Oh, nice and big. The range is 3,500. Heavy mount phaser arrays. A range of 5,000. Yeah, I think, well, they're probably going to be the best. I want, decent range because, a lot of the armament of this ship is actually its ability to launch fighters. So why don't we put 2 there? We'll armour up the front, I think. Is it worth maybe having some back here like that? Let's just think about the performance for a moment. So we will want some Yeah, let's. We will want some AA. So what about like that? And kind of bring you guys like that, and then you around there. So it's not super coverage, but it'll be all right. Sublight speed is okay. Yeah. Let's add some ordnance. Oh, actually, well, we need a bridge as well. So let's put the bridge up here. Ordnance. In like that, and that. So we're going to need a lot of ordnance. So these require 290. Yeah, this is the problem now. So let's put a belt of ordnance along here, and then power. Sorry, power armor. Like that. Power armor here. Just a thin belt. And then we'll go armoured ordnance along here, in here. Power armour, yeah, along the back, like that. How much ordnance have we got? 1244, okay. So we want a little belt of armour along here, and then this can be armoured ordnance like that, and then just small ordnance. Whoopsie daisy. Take the symmetry off. Like that, and then I'm just wondering. So a medium steel armour would be but of a health of 5,800, whereas a medium fairy armor, yes, less health. It does have resistances though, which is better than just. But I do wonder whether we just stick a slab of steel on the front and then have because they do explode, you see. So it probably be best for the just the first lot to not explode. So like that, and yeah, then let's put the symmetry back on. Have you guys like that. The bridge is not powered, unfortunately. Okay. I could have little reactors like that to power it. And in there. And then some power armor. Right, so she's now complete. Hang on, I'm just going to do some maths. Okay, guys, so what I did was just basically totted up the ordnance requirements of the various hangars. I didn't think it would be very entertaining to hear me typing into a calculator. So we need about a bit over 1,000, and we've got 1,400, so we've actually got plenty of ordnance. So let's just have a little look. No ammo resupply, that's okay. Dedicated carrier, yeah. Slow warp speed, fine. Okay, we can deal with all of that. So we have more power than we need, actually. So that's something to think about. And then our warp speed is alright, I'm quite happy with that, but our sublight speed is rubbish. So we need to think about that as well. So we've got these combat thrusters, which provide a lot of thrust, the capital engines, and these warp engines, along with these small warp engines. So let's have a look at engines again. Now then, we could put a small warp drive on, couldn't we? So we put a small warp drive on. Let's just take off symmetry. Why don't we put him like that, which reduces the power excess, which is fine. and that bumps us up to 31, but then maybe we get rid of these, get rid of one of those. What if we get rid of 2 of those actually and go medium warp drive? No, not that good, is it? Just combat thrusters? If, no. Let's pull you out. So it is sublight speed I'm after. So thrust is what we're... So this is 65k. Capital engines, but they're too big, obviously. So 27k. 90k. Which are actually better than the combat thrusters. And they give us some fairly decent warp, actually. So yeah, let's go medium overdrive then, which gets us 284. What if we drop these little warp engines? We're down to 23 FTL. What's the small stuff? Thrust of 13k. We could obviously stick some thrusters on there. Maybe that is the answer. Micro warp core. Yeah, so perhaps we go back with little warp engines. Now then, what options would we have for thrusters? Like that, maybe? Yeah, it gets it up into the 300s and 25, which isn't too bad for one of our ships, actually. Oh, I tell you what. Do we have yeah, what about that? Oh, that gives a nice boost. It's a bit exposed because it's the fire would have to come in from here, which I think is quite unlikely. And we've got the shields there as well. Yeah, I think we'll stick with that. We do have a bit of ammunition we could afford to lose as well, though we've got a slight power deficit. Just on the weapon burst, though, I think that's okay. We do want more ammunition than we need for the hangar base, because these PGs will fire out some. If I went with a fabricator, I assume that's going to tank our power, but let's just check. Yeah, burst weapon power drain. Weapon power time is 1.2. So we'll leave that, and let's just have a look at the so dedicated carrier. No ammo resupply in combat. Energy and kinetic blend. I'm okay with that. And slow warp speed. Well, I'm all right. Let's go with it. Let's go with it. So we'll save her as the Eurasia. And then, so 7th Fleet. Let's what was you are you classed as a carrier? You are classed as a carrier. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now then, the supply frigate warp speed is 27. So the Eurasia is 25. Yeah, okay. So the supply ships. So I could perhaps do with dropping that warp speed down so that they arrive kind of at the same time. So let's just do that actually. So ship. No, it's perhaps a little bit silly to be reducing the warp speed, but let's load you up because you haven't had an upgrade in a long, long time. Not that we need to do too much. But yeah, your sublight speed and your FTL speed are actually better than some of our warships. So what if we get rid of these forward thrusters? That might be a better... these Vanguard overboosts, do you need them? Yeah, may as well. You've got a little shield on them, I suppose. Yeah, so you've got medium overdrives. Forward, just don't need to be this fast. Maybe let's drop you down a peg in terms of... yeah, that's probably a little bit more sensible. Let's go with some power armor. And just wonder whether we should try to put some form of point defense weaponry. Maybe chop these out and have these. Oh, I can't put you there. Okay. What about here? No. Here? Yeah. So you handle this side, you handle... I'll tell you what, we'll just bump you forward a touch. There we go. And then in terms of defense, we could perhaps swap out some of these solar panels. With armor, because we've got plenty, well, not plenty, we've got a power surplus still. The FTL speed is still very high. What if we get rid of that? Oh no, that's too low then. Get rid of a medium, I'll tell you what, we'll put a medium overdrive there, but we will bring you down to just a medium at the back here. Still very good FTL speed. So, and if we put a combat thruster, you'd probably choose... Oh, that's... No, tell you what, we'll just leave the FTL speed being a bit fast. And if we can afford to lose some more power, maybe we go with some armoured ordnance, just for extra storage capacity. Armoured ordnance and yeah, is the fairy armor actually... Yeah, the fairy armor is actually better than the solar power, so I'm actually gaining power by doing this. So we can afford to lose a bit more now with armoured ordnance. And yeah, we'll save that one as the Mark 1. And we'll go to fleets, 7th fleet, supply. Oh, why didn't you... Oh, have you become effectively... Yeah, you've become an actual combat frigate now. So we'll just have 2 of them in their requisition. Build all of these automatically. Carry on, and let's continue on for a bit more. So Riga, our bombers have almost arrived. Oh, there goes the first salvo. You won't need much. Oh, it will. It will, because there's a shield. It will need. Oh, right. So actually, we better bring up another fleet here, I think, just in case this takes a bit of time. And the supply fleet as well. More buildings being damaged. And there's another salvo, so the shields down to 50 odd. Okay, now the shield is failing. Okay, we just get rid of this gun battery. Which we have done. Okay, 4 fleet, stop making your volcanoes. And let's send... ooh, that's odd, I can't select any more to invade. I can. One more? That's odd. What if I... I can now. There we go. A little bit of a glitch there. So we're moving on with our offensive at Riga. Our fleets are about to arrive at Niels. The Kulrathi are... what, are they moving off? No, don't let them move off. So they're still within the gravity well, but they're about to leave. So we took Riga 4. Which we'll just have it as a little industrial world. Small garrison. Let's reduce you down a little bit. So yeah, try not to let those cruisers escape. We captured Riga 1, which will be an agricultural world with a little garrison and some defences. What are these? These are the missile ships. There's a swarm of torpedoes. Yeah, so we've caught them in the gravity well, which I've fallen victim to many times, so I don't mind too much. So we've got a chance here, guys, to take them down. So let's remain focused. Get this one before he jumps. Oh, taking out his engines. Well done. Hit this one when he jumps. Good. And where are they off to? To Polmar. Okay, well Polmar is relatively well defended. So I will grab the 5th fleet. 5th fleet, move over to Remnant. I'll leave the other one there. We'll continue our offensive. So 3rd fleet, move to the Silot system, along with the 1st fleet, 4th and 9th, and yeah, that's where we'll call the episode, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the content, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks very much.